Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Studios series Bumblebee movie Ironhide. You can see him there in front of his box. We'll put him off to the side real quick so we can take a look at said box. And yeah, you can see, it is a red Ironhide there, number 84. Interesting that. But yeah, of course, he's just essentially a repaint of Ratchet. And yeah, you can see that in front of the box and all that stuff there in Ironhide, Hasbro, and blah. Bumblebee movie logo. And over here, you got the deluxe class and close up. And over here, you got the same picture again, and also the Autobot little symbol, and down here you got some copyrights, and on the back, of course, you have product shots and warnings and all that. And see, Ironhide and the Autobots take on the Decepticons in a final stand, and yep. And of course, it comes with instructions, which, you know, might not need if you already have Ratchet, but yeah, it's, you know, pretty straightforward, pretty much the same instructions and all that. Yep. Yep. And of course, as well, he comes with the backdrop, which, yeah, it's the same backdrop every single one of the Bumblebee movie guys have come with, which is the same exact scene. And there's B127 and blah, 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 blah. And you do that if you want. If you save these, I don't. But there you go. Now, Ironhide here. Yes, again, not surprisingly, he is a repaint of Ratchet, the Autobot medic. But yeah, you can see, of course, in red and some blue translucent plastic. You got a little silver Autobot symbol there on the chest. Got a decent-ish face sculpt. Looks kind of old, so I guess that fits with him. You got, you know, most red there and silver. You got some bits of gray here on the arms here. A little bit, even though that black hands. Kind of looks like he's, well, there's this one complaint, which is these are red and everything else around is gray. It looks a little off, but I don't really mind it too much. You got a bit of silver there on the stomach as well. Got, you know, red and gray all the way down, and on the back you have pretty much just, once again, red and gray, some hollowness and silver, and yeah. And theoretically, yeah, there's some light piping, but it only kind of works, maybe? I'm not sure. Doesn't seem to work that well, at least on my end. Anyway, he also comes with the same gun that every other one of these guys comes with. You can hold that. Not very well, though. He doesn't hold it super well, unfortunately. So that's a bit of a bummer, but not the end of the world, because he holds it well enough. I'm not worried about it, but it also doesn't take too much to pop it out of his hand. So anyway, yeah, it's, once again, it's a good little robot. Kind of, again, a bit on the shorter side, because these Bumblebee movie guys seem to be. But he's a good little robot again. I still like it well enough. And, you know, it looks good in red. So yeah, that's the thing. There's not a whole lot to say about. I've already said before. Just there is, unfortunately, for my mind, there's some tolerance issues that the Ratchet didn't have. So that's a thing, unfortunately. Again, like the gun, like I mentioned. So yeah, you can also take the gun and just tab it in right there, like that, and yeah, store it right there if you want. So articulation, heads on the ball joints, left and right, up and down, all over. Again, this is kind of loose, a little looser than I prefer. Shoulders can go all the way around. Those are fine. Go outward. That's fine. Bicep swivel is fine. Elbows, you got about 90 degrees, although they are kind of high up, so that's kind of odd. I didn't mention that before, I think. No wrist swivel, but you can do that, I guess. Waist is a bit loose, like really loose. Hips, forward and back, outward all the way. Again, though, the hips are kind of loose. You can see a little looser than I like there. They got a thigh swivel, which is pretty much okay. Knees, you get about 90 degrees of bend, and then you, of course, got ankles, which tilts about that much, and thanks to transformation, get a little bit of backwards and maybe a tiny bit of forward, but that's about it. The other loose part is this wheel, I believe. Yeah, this wheel is really loose, doesn't really tab in properly. Like they're supposed to have a little soft locking point, but this one doesn't really work super well. So it comes loose a little easily, can make them look a little haggard. So yeah, not the most amazing, I think, but you know, it's one of the things where it's like, you know, I've already, you know, have this toy, so it's like, yeah, it's just in red, so yeah, it's just the nature of Ironhide and Ratchet. But yeah, comparison real quick, speaking of, here he is with Ratchet, who I forgot also has a bit of a loose waist, but all the other parts are still tighter than Ironhide here. And again, the remolded heads there. And the rest of this crew of Autobots so far, I guess, and of course, Optimus. Yep, that's the robot mode, and transformation is exactly the same as Ratchet's. You know, I'm just going to take that, put it off the side, and we'll take the hands and fold those in. Again, and pop those out like that. Untap those and pop those out. Go ahead and move that out like so. Bring that up over the head and untab all this and unaccordion and all that stuff out. That. Down here, I want to go ahead and rotate the feet in. Rotate the feet in. Bring that up. Bring that up. And right here, you want to go ahead and rotate this around. And rotate these around at the thighs. Rotate this guy around at the thigh too. Bring that all forward like that. And rotate the wheels down. It's supposed to have a soft lock, but this one doesn't really work. Yeah, then bring this down right here at the waist and make sure the feet go underneath the waist bit, and then bring this down like this, and then bring that down. And there's these tabs right here, which will kind of fall into those grooves, and hopefully it'll stay all in one place. On mine, this one doesn't. Yeah, this guy does not like to stay totally tabbed together at this point, and even in fully in alt mode doesn't. Yeah, bring all that down like that. Go ahead and bring this down and around. Bring this in, and this tab will go into a little slot right there. Should get that out of the way. That. Same thing on this side. Bring this in, and this will go into a little slot right there. And then go ahead and close this up. And watch it all because it comes undone. Close this up. And it should all line up. Like that. Like so, yeah, there. And then you go ahead and bring these up, and there's these tabs on the arms will go into little slots on the bottom right there. And like I said, identical transformation to Ratchet. Just some of the tolerances kind of make it a little more difficult sometimes in my experience. Again, also this part right here doesn't like to stay all the way attached and tabbed and everything. You see, it just keeps popping itself back up, and it doesn't want to stay. There we go. Yep, there's Ironhide's vehicle mode. And yeah, it is a little red van looking Cybertronian van thing. It's, you know, got a bit of a nice little yellow stripe there, which is a nice touch because that disappears in the alt mode or the robot mode. So that's a nice little touch that you got this little yellow stripe there. Again, you got a lot of the blue and silver from the robot mode there as well. You got some black showing up top here. You got some mostly gray here back here. The red, you know, rims there are painted, so that's something. So yeah, it cleans it pretty well, but it is very small. And yeah, you can attach the gun up there if you want as well. And he does roll. Rolls pretty well too. Nice clearance and everything. Yep. That's the thing. And yep, real quick comparison. Again, with the Bumblebee movie guys. I'm not going to show off the Optimus here because he's Earth mode. That's kind of silly, honestly. Yeah. See all that? Yeah, again, you can see these guys are pretty much the same in this mode, except just different paint apps and whatnot. So, Ironhide here. Again, I like the transformation. The transformations, like with Ratchet's exact same transformation, they just pretty clever how it works and everything. The robot mode still looks kind of, you know, bulbous, but like in a way that makes sense for the character. I do like the robot mode. The alt mode's fine. It's nothing amazing, but it's fine. The transformation is great. But it is a repaint of Ratchet, and we kind of know what you're getting at this point. Mine is unfortunately has a couple little loose joints and whatnot, which weren't there present on the Ratchet, so there, your mileage may vary on that. But that's my experience. It's just the QC. It's not as great. like when it comes to joint tightness and whatnot. So that's a thing, unfortunately. But otherwise, it's a pretty solid figure. And if you like the Ratchet, you'll probably like this one. You're probably already planning on picking it up anyway. So if you wanted one or the other, here's your we'll look at Ironhide, I guess. But yeah, it's an all right figure. Nothing. I don't think it's the most amazing of the Bumblebee movie guys, but it's still pretty solid in its own right. So that's it for this one. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitter. I'm Nemesis Prime 1. And check out my Patreon and my Coffee. And I shall see you next time with another video review.